Spilling the tea on my experience selling LuLaRoe, part 10. I'm going to try to get through all of the rest in this, or it'll be one more. So in 2018, 2019, I was really starting to detach myself from the LuLaRoe world because I had this great new life in Austin. And I was like, okay, here's my income. I was still making money. I was still getting bonus checks. I do recall that in 2019, the bonus checks really started to deteriorate. So remember, the biggest one I ever got was about $30,000. I want to say maybe that was in 2018 somewhere. And they slowly started to go down. And towards the March, April time of 2019, the checks were back down to like 10,000. Don't get me wrong, $10,000 for doing not much is a lot of money. But I also reached just my own expiration with LuLaRoe. So towards the middle of 2019, I had this beautiful house in Austin. I was living this great life. And I remember my mom was visiting me. And I said, Mom, I just cannot do this anymore. And the checks have gone down even more. So I felt like I wasn't getting a ton out of it. And I was just so detached from that world that my heart just was not in it anymore. And at this point, I had done it for 4 years. That's a long time. And at this same time, a lot of LuLaRoe consultants were leaving and starting their own boutiques. And I thought, well, this is going to be the natural progression. This is what I'm going to do as well. So I slowly started this process of even further detaching myself from LuLaRoe and selling off all of my inventory as best as I could. And I started to think about what it was going to be like to own my own boutique. And I do recall making that decision and feeling sad about it and having that grief, but also feeling like so much opportunity and feeling just that I was going to be on a whole new path. And I think something that is very difficult for people to leave is a sense of community that they have built within a job, whether it is an MLM or just a career. You know, you might work for a Walla and be like, I'm just obsessed with this culture. I could never leave. But I had really focused on creating an identity outside of LuLaRoe that it made it easier for me to leave. And I am a big proponent of having phases in life. I wonder about people who have been in the same career for 30 years. You Gen Xers, how are y'all still doing it? I don't get it. But I think, there's phases for everything in life. We are, like I said in the very first video, we are all growing and supposed to evolve. And for me personally, in 2019, it was my time to depart from LuLaRoe. And one more part after this.